most common questions people ask me early in their recovery is, will the narcissist come back to me? And sadly, I can often tell them, yeah, it's highly likely that they will. See, there are some narcissists who are infamous for their recycling habits, but not the good kind of recycling that helps save the earth. Instead of recycling garbage, these narcissists recycle people, specifically people with whom they have relationships. So that's exactly what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. So let's get started. You might say that narcissists have their own personal harem dedicated to sort of being sources of narcissistic supply. In fact, when we're talking about a narcissistic harem, that means a group or a collection of friends or admirers, as in sources of narcissistic supply, that a narcissist gathers up to keep them topped up on their daily supply of love and admiration. Since no single individual person could ever fill the void that is the hole inside the narcissist's soul, they seek to fill it with whomever they can, and often these relationships are interchangeable. So how does this recycling thing happen? The narcissist has their group of options, or their little harem, and while there might be an occasional new addition or temporary member to the group, there are a few who remain in place for years or even decades. As the narcissist cycles through the idealization, devalue, discard, and hoover phase with one, they're often in a different part of the cycle with another. But in any case, the re-idealization part is often facilitated by the hoover maneuver. You might think it's over, but very often the narcissist has other ideas. In fact, more often than not, the narcissist will do something to sort of suck you back into their drama, or even fully back into the relationship, using a technique we call hoovering. Hoovering, in case you aren't aware, is that technique named after the famous vacuum cleaner, and it's what we call it when the narcissist literally tries to suck you back in after you've left or ended the relationship, or even when they've discarded you. They might use some sort of personal problem or dramatic issue to pull you back in, or they might use love bombing. Hoovering is always an attempt to obtain more narcissistic supply from you, and in many cases it can be an attempt to reconcile the relationship. It can also just be a manipulation tactic used to get you to break no contact, so be aware. But what are the signs of a hoovering narcissist? Well, the first thing you need to know, and the first thing you need to remember, is that there is no level to which a narcissist will not stoop. Nothing is off limits for them. So I'm going to share with you a few ways that narcissists might engage in hoovering you or sucking you back in or recycling you. Get ready. Number one, finally saying that one thing you've been dying to hear. We all know that narcissists are infamous for holding things over your head and for feeling justified in not giving you what you want and what you need in a relationship. For example, if you were dating a narcissist for 10 years and you just wanted them to sort of pop the question, ask you to marry them, well, they might hoover you with a diamond ring and a proposal. You feel me? Or if you were already married and you always wanted a baby, but they kept saying, no babies for me, I'm not having babies. Well, then they might offer to get you pregnant or to become pregnant as a way to sort of suck you back in or recycle you. Number two, they might try to future fake you. Narcissists are known for their future faking ways, honey. You know, where they promise you an amazing life together, but they never quite follow through. Many narcissists will use future faking as a way to suck you back in, to recycle you into their lives. They will promise you the world. Maybe they promise to buy you a house or to finally go to couples counseling or to really stop cheating on you this time. Most often they fail to deliver, but they use this future faking stuff in order to get you back into their clutches and into the relationship. Number three, getting you involved with their drama. As someone who has struggled with codependency, you might be especially susceptible to helping someone in need. This couldn't be more true for someone you love or have loved. So a narcissist might come to you with some big problem or issue in their lives that they need your help with. This could be something as serious as the death of a loved one that they just can't make it through without your support, or something as simple as an argument with a friend or a coworker. One of my clients told me that her ex tried to hoover her by actually bringing his sick dog to her house and asking her to help take care of it. Like I said, they have no limits. Nothing is off limits. Number four, accidentally butt dialing you or sending you a text that's meant for someone else. This is a sneaky one. Narcissists will often accidentally call your phone or text you something random and mysterious so that you feel sort of enticed to call or text back and ask them, hey, what did you need? Or what did you mean by that? Or did you mean to send me that text? Then, of course, they pretend that it was an accident or they meant it for someone else. And before you know it, you're in the middle of a full-on conversation during which the narcissist will try to pull you back into the circle of supply or the harem, as we talked about. However, this can also go another way. They might use this to sort of bring another source of supply in. Or let's say they text you and you respond, or they call you and you call back. Well, there might be someone else with them, and that person might be told, oh, see, she's totally obsessed with me. Or see, he can't leave me alone. He's stalking me. You get the idea. Number 5, swearing that they can't live without you. When they realize that you've truly moved on, a lot of narcissists will use a resounding declaration of love, and they'll claim they can't live without you. They'll say you're their soulmate, and they'll even pretend to admit their own flaws in order to get you to fall for it. This will effectively begin a whole new period of love bombing, all designed to suck you back into the relationship. Recycling. Number 6, they'll bring flying monkeys in to do their dirty work. Narcissists always have a crew of flying monkeys, people who are happy to do their bidding for them, good and bad. This might include flying monkeys who are willing to help them manipulate you without remorse. And it might also include unwilling flying monkeys, people who really care about you or the narcissist, who are well-meaning people, but they kind of fall for the narcissist's lies. They're really just trying to help in most cases. But narcissists send them your way with worries and concerns and all these problems you're having, all designed to get you to communicate directly with the narcissist or to allow them to manipulate you with drama. Number 7, suddenly recognizing the error of their ways. Yeah, in a last-ditch effort to get you back into the relationship, to recycle you right back in there, narcissists, some of them, will come to you in tears. They're going to tell you, oh, I'm a terrible person. They're going to admit everything they did was wrong, which is often done by parroting back exactly what you've been trying to tell them for the whole freaking relationship. Sound familiar? Yeah, well, they'll say things like, I know I don't treat you right, or you really do deserve someone better than me. You're too good to me. You're too good for me. This softens you up and then allows them to pull you right back in. Number 8, using fear and intimidation to bully you. Some narcissists will even go so far as to try to manipulate you back into the relationship with fear and scare tactics. They might use guilt or blame shifting to force you back in. And as we all know, bullying is pretty common for narcissists. So how do you deal with the Hoover, or how do you deal with the recycle attempts? Well, the next question on the mind of nearly every narcissistic abuse survivor I've ever spoken to at certain points in their recovery is, well, how do I avoid the Hoover? How do I skip over that part? So here are a few of the most important things you can do in that situation. Number 1, remember that knowledge is power. Just be aware of the fact that the narcissist might try to Hoover you or suck you back in, re-idealize you, and become familiar with the signs of that. This in itself can be enough to help you avoid falling for it, and that's why I shared those with you before. Number 2, use the gray rock method. Don't show any emotion and only talk to the narcissist if you must about what you must. So if you have no shared children or shared business, go no contact completely. Number 3, eliminate the narcissist's ability to contact you. Phone number, change it. Block them on social media. And if you don't want to change it, block them at the provider level from your phone. And if they happen to come to your front door, you don't have to answer it. You're allowed to not answer it. Don't forget. Number 4, focus on you for once in your life. Focus on yourself. Take the time you need to do self-care, to do that redecorating project you've been meaning to do, or just do some more little nice things for yourself. You deserve it, my friend, and it's going to help you stay distracted from the narcissist's attention and from their attempts to pull you back into the relationship. Number 5, reconnect with your old friends and make new ones along the way. While you most definitely should not jump into any romantic relationships too soon after ending a relationship with a narcissist, because you do need to heal first, it is an excellent idea to get into those friendships. You probably lost touch with a lot of your old friends as a result of the narcissist isolating you during the relationship. So what better way could there be to celebrate the end of it than reaching out to your old friends and maybe even thinking about bringing some new ones into the group? Getting involved with a group of like-minded people is a great way to do this. Maybe that means you take a class, or you go to church or synagogue, or you join a local book club. Look at sites like meetup.com to find groups of local people with similar interests. And if that feels like too much, just start with one of our online support groups for survivors of narcissistic abuse. Go to queenbeing.com/group-support or queenbeing.com/span to find out more about that. This brings me to the question of the day. Sorry about my voice today. Side note, I have a little tickle. I'm not sick. I think it's allergies. My voice isn't working right, but I hope you can still hear me okay. Anyway, the question of the day is, have you been recycled by a narcissist, or are you worried that you might be? Share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your experiences in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. As always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life, and hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Before I go, make sure you take a look at the videos I'm leaving for you here and here, and while you're here, hit that subscribe button so we can stay connected and continue on this healing journey together. I'll see you soon.